Let us have a moment of silence for the teacher that was gruesomely murdered in OYO. Gruesomely murdered. A moment's silence. It is painful, very painful, and I am not surprised that Rufai Oseni said that a teacher was gruesomely murdered, beheaded, and Nigeria is silent. Nigeria is silent. Security agencies are silent. The bloggers are not running with it. Initially, I was going to run with it, but upon second thoughts, I asked myself certain critical questions. Where is the DSS? Where is the Nigerian Army, the Counterintelligence Command that abducted Justice Crack? Where are they? Where is the National Intelligence Agency? Okay, you might say that one, they operate outside the shores of Nigeria. But they still have intelligence network within Nigeria. Where are they? And then, where is Amotekun? What happened to Amotekun? And the one that even baffles me the most, where was Sunday Igboho? That was his terrain. The same Sunday Igboho that came out threatening Peter Obi, that Peter Obi should not come and campaign in the southwest. Where was Sunday Igboho when those teachers and those students were abducted? These are very critical questions. Insecurity is being made or has been made a business in Nigeria. And that is why, to some extent, I want to support the fact that publicity was not given to this incident. Because think about it. That will be exactly what the terrorists want. I saw the video, I couldn't even watch. I was asking myself the questions. Are these terrorists? Are they Nigerians? Are they human beings? What is it that they want that will make them behead a teacher? Harmless teacher. So it is no longer ransom. They just beheaded the teacher just like that. Are they human beings? And then I answered the question myself. They did that and they recorded themselves doing that and they posted it. They are the ones that released it. They posted it to annoy Nigerians as impunity, to generate attention so that they can further strike fear into the hearts of Nigerians. So, for that, I do not support the spread of that information. But I ask some questions. That video was posted on social media using a phone. That phone has a MAC address. That phone has an IP address for it to connect to the internet to upload that video. The Nigerian Police, particularly the FCT command, came out to tell us that they have technology, that anybody that criticizes the government, they can capture the person in a moment's notice. And he didn't just say it. He proved it by arresting that young man who protested and said, terrorists have taken over Abuja. They arrested the young man and they have taken him to court. When that commander, that police officer was making that announcement that they have arrested a Nigerian for criticizing the government, that police officer was saying it with excitement, with glee, with enjoyment, the satisfaction. You can see it in him that they arrested a harmless Nigerian. And he boasted that the Nigerian police has the technology and they have the means. And I believe them. But where is that technology? Where is that means when you need it now concerning the OYO people? That man that was gruesomely murdered, justice must be done. Those that are responsible for it must be brought to justice. I know the government has come to say they regret it. Yes, we have heard this one too many. But will that bring back the dead? Will that serve justice to those responsible for it? And most importantly, will it stop the terrorists, the bandits, the kidnappers from striking again? It is annoying, it is unsettling that this is happening in Nigeria under a Tinubu as commander-in-chief. Right now, I honestly don't know what to believe. Is this the action of fifth columnists within our security agencies? Or is this collusion of government? Is this a way to strike fear into the hearts of people, to chase them away from the elections? Is that what is going on? Is the government behind these people? Are they hoping to benefit from the chaos that these terrorists are sowing right now? Is that it? Or the government is truly handicapped and somebody is trying to use this carnage to discredit the government? I don't think any sane Nigerian will support any of these two positions. We cannot engage in taking needless lives just to push the government out of office. And if we go by what Tinubu has said himself, if he has intelligence, and I want to believe what he said was based on intelligence, that they cannot use insecurity to scare him. As Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you have intelligence, Mr. President. Use that intelligence to fish out these people. And I hope that this is not all a game. Oh, we allow the people to arrest and then we get the people released so we can now say we are working, you see, we are able to rescue them. I hope this is not for political capital. We should not be trading with the lives of the citizens of Nigeria like this for elections. It is a sad day for Nigeria. But questions arise. Where is Sunday Igboho in all of this? Where is Amotekun? Where is the Nigerian Police with all their sophistry? Where is the Nigerian Army? Where is that counterintelligence unit? Where are they? Should we now believe those who say insecurity, if it continues beyond 24 hours, government has a hand in it? Does the government have a hand in it? If they do, then the answer is there for Nigerians. The ball is in your court. 2027, a decision has to be made. This insecurity cannot be allowed to continue. And those responsible for it should not be allowed to continue beyond 2027. I have said it before. Insecurity exists and persists because of corruption. Corruption. For many of the top security officers, it has become a business. Even for the politicians. These people had to have been sponsored. Do you know what it means to attack two schools within a community at the same time, take their time, all the time they want? It means that some people are providing them cover. And I have heard in some quarters that in many cases, even the indigents are involved. They collude with these so-called headsmen to carry out these atrocities. So, question, what happened? What happened? If these must stop, we must take out the corruption in it. And it is only a leader that has no track record of corruption, that has a track record of tackling corruption head on. Only that leader can tackle this insecurity in Nigeria. It is not about the will. It is not about the expertise. The Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Police, the Department of State Services, these people have the technology. They have the wherewithal to stop insecurity in one day. So if it continues, it is with the collusion of state forces. And for it to stop, that corruption must be taken out. And for that corruption to stop, the people responsible for it must be taken out through the ballot. And only credible candidates can stop that corruption and give Nigerians security. So in 2027, your options are actually very, very narrow. It's only Peter Obi that can do it. But here is the problem. For Peter Obi to get in the saddle, he needs free and fair elections. Can we trust INEC alone to do that? If you do so at your own peril. They promised heaven, they gave us hell in the 2023 elections. They promised all manner of things, they gave us a glitch. This time around, I am convinced that we'll have a more sophisticated glitch unless the people rise up to come up with a solution that can counter INEC. That solution is votewatch.pro. To join VoteWatch is actually very simple. There's a link in the description. https://www.votewatch.pro. Just click on it from your phone, from your desktop, from your laptop. Just click on it. And then on the website, click on sign up. Once you sign up, you're already a volunteer PU Marshal. You fill in your details to the point where you get to fill in your ward and your polling unit. Pick any ward, pick any polling unit. Those will be corrected later, and click submit. Once you do that, you'll be taken to the interface of VoteWatch, where you can submit polling unit results, where you can submit discrepancies, anomalies. You can report incidents and take pictures of Form EC8A. And then, whatever you enter, Nigerians will see it in real time on the VoteWatch website. One wonderful thing that the VoteWatch app also does is real-time collation. So, at collation time, before we go into the collation gap, we already have the result in the public domain. This is how to shine light into the darkness of the collation gap. This is how to ensure that the 2027 elections cannot be rigged. If you have not signed up for VoteWatch, I wonder what you're waiting for. We cannot go into 2027 without VoteWatch. If not, we will see a next level of rigging that we can't even understand. When they say, okay, megi vum, naya, the way they will rig it without VoteWatch, vam, they are done and will not even be equipped enough to defend or to contest the election even in court. But with VoteWatch, we have all the tools that we need. And VoteWatch is legal. VoteWatch does not represent or replace INEC. VoteWatch is not there to declare winners. VoteWatch is there to perform parallel vote tabulation, which is perfectly legal. And VoteWatch will operate in stealth mode, such a way that the thugs and the hoodlums will not know who is who. So, if you want free and fair election, if you want a new Nigeria, if you are a candidate and you are not on the APC platform, and you are a candidate that wants free and fair election, your best bet is to sign up for VoteWatch right now. And, of course, to support VoteWatch. Your contributions are welcome, so that we can engage people, train them, and do some awareness campaign. We need to do some press conferences. We need to do some rallies so that we can create awareness. All of those will come in a bit, but we need funds for that. So we'll need your support in that wise. But first, most importantly, sign up, volunteer, become a PU Marshal. Let's make 2027 election unriggable together.